Stop, my child. Do not scroll past this moment, for this is not a coincidence, nor is it the mere work of an algorithm. I have interrupted your journey through the digital noise because I heard the silent cry of your spirit. I see you sitting there, perhaps in the quiet of your room or amidst the chaos of a busy day, feeling a weight that you cannot quite explain. There is a restlessness in your soul, a subtle, persistent intuition that something is observing you, tracking your steps and waiting for you to falter. You have felt that cold shiver down your spine, that sudden prickle of awareness on the back of your neck when you thought you were alone. It is a heaviness, a monitoring presence that seeks to drain your peace and replace it with a low, humming anxiety. But I am here to tell you that before any shadow dared to look your way, my light was already shining upon you. Before any human or spiritual eye attempted to track your progress, my eyes were fixed on you with a love that knows no bounds. You are the apple of my eye, and nothing happens in the dark that I do not see in the brilliance of my glory. This message is your divine rescue, a shield being lowered around you at this very second. Before I reveal the secrets of the blessing I am unfolding for you and the identity of those who watch you, I want you to establish your presence in my sanctuary. Declare your readiness to receive my protection, and let the heavens hear your voice. Do not stay silent while the enemy lurks. I want you to type, "I am here, Lord," or simply 7007 in the comments right now to open the gates of my favor and signal that you are listening. By doing this, you are aligning your heart with my frequency and claiming your place as my chosen one. If you truly believe that I am your ultimate protector and that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, I invite you to join this family of believers. Press the like button on this message to signal your agreement with heaven, and subscribe to this channel to walk within my circle of divine protection every single day. By these acts of faith, you are telling the universe that you no longer walk alone, but you walk with the Creator of all things. Your journey into the light begins now, and the shadows that have been haunting your peripheral vision are about to be scattered by the rising sun of my presence. I have watched you struggle with the feeling of being misunderstood and scrutinized by those who do not know the depths of your heart. You have walked through seasons where it felt like every move you made was being judged, where every word you spoke was twisted by those who envy the light I have placed within you. You have wondered why you feel so exposed, why it feels like there is a target on your back, even when you are doing your best to live in peace. My precious child, understand that the world watches what it cannot understand, and the darkness monitors the light it cannot extinguish. But I want you to breathe deeply and let go of the fear that has been tightening its grip on your chest. My gaze is not one of judgment or cold observation. It is a gaze of fierce fatherly protection. I see the tears you've wiped away in secret, and I see the courage it takes for you to keep moving forward when you feel like you are being hunted by the opinions of others. I am the great watchman, and I never slumber nor sleep. While others watch you to see you fail, I am watching you to ensure you triumph. Rest in the knowledge that my eyes reached you first, and my love will outlast any monitoring spirit that tries to follow your path. My beloved child, I know the toll the recent days have taken on your body. I have seen you wake up at 3 a.m., your heart racing for no apparent reason, your mind suddenly flooded with thoughts that are not your own. You lay there in the silence of the night, feeling a strange vibration in the air, a sense of being watched that makes the darkness feel heavy and suffocating. You have noticed your eyes twitching, a persistent ringing in your ears, or a sudden heat that flushes across your skin when you enter certain rooms or speak to certain people. Do not dismiss these signs as mere exhaustion or the stress of a modern life. I am whispering to your spirit through your physical vessel, confirming what your intuition has already sensed. You are picking up on the spiritual climate around you. You are not losing your mind, and you are not falling apart. You are becoming highly attuned to the unseen battles being waged over your destiny. This physical heaviness is not a sign of your weakness, but a manifestation of your sensitivity to the monitoring spirits that are attracted to the greatness I have placed within you. I see the unexplained fatigue that anchors your limbs to the bed even after a full night's rest. I see the weight upon your chest, that pressure that makes it hard to take a deep breath when you think about your future. You have felt as though your energy is being siphoned away, leaving you drained and hollow. My precious one, I want you to understand that this is the weariness of the chosen. Because you carry a light that disrupts the darkness, the shadows attempt to crowd your space, hoping to dim your radiance through physical depletion. But hear me now, I am the one who restores your soul and renews your strength like the eagles. That heaviness you feel is the enemy trying to convince you that you are breaking, but I tell you, you are merely being built. I am using even these uncomfortable sensations to train your discernment, to teach you how to recognize when a presence is not of me. You are being refined in the fire of this spiritual awareness. And soon you will move from being a victim of these energies to being a master of your environment through my power. Every ache in your shoulders and every moment of sudden, overwhelming sadness that comes out of nowhere is a signal that you are in a season of intense spiritual transition. You have felt like a target, and in many ways you are, but you are a target that cannot be hit. I have allowed you to feel these symptoms not to punish you, but to awaken you. If you did not feel the pressure, you would not know the power of the shield I have placed around you. I am the great physician, and even now I am placing my hands upon the areas where you feel the most tension. I am clearing the static from your mind and the heaviness from your heart. When you wake up in those early morning hours, do not let fear take up space in your container. That is space reserved for my peace and my instructions. Use that time to commune with me, for it is in those quiet, high-vibration moments that I am pouring the oil of anointing over your head, preparing you for the public vindication that is soon to come. You have been carrying the weight of others' projections, feeling the evil eye of jealousy and the sharp daggers of whispered gossip as physical pain in your back and neck. They look at you and wonder how you are still standing, how you still have a flicker of hope in your eyes despite the storms they have tried to send your way. I am here to tell you that no weapon formed against you, whether it be a word, a thought, or a spiritual monitoring frequency, will have the power to stay. I am flushing out the toxins of anxiety from your nervous system. I am replacing that shallow breath with the breath of life. You are not behind in your journey. You are exactly where you need to be to receive the upgrade I am preparing for you. The physical symptoms you have endured are the birth pangs of a new level of authority. Stand tall, my child, for the sovereign Lord is your strength. I did not bring you this far to leave you in a state of exhaustion. I brought you here to show you that even when your flesh fails, my spirit within you is an unbreakable fortress. I see you, my child, as you navigate the invisible webs of the modern world. I have watched you glance at your phone and feel a sudden heavy intuition that someone is peering through the digital window of your life. You see the anonymous views on your stories, the silent observers who never engage, never celebrate, and never speak yet. They are always there, lurking in the shadows of your digital footprint. I know the discomfort you feel when you realize that people from your past, those who no longer have a place at your table, are still trying to track your progress from afar. They are like ghosts in the machine, searching your name, not out of love, but out of a desperate curiosity to see if you have failed yet. They are looking for a crack in your armor, a sign of struggle, or a reason to feel better about their own stagnation. But I want you to know that while they are busy refreshing your page, I am busy refreshing your soul. They are watching a screen, but I am watching your heart. They see the outward image, but I see the divine blueprint I have drawn for your life, and I am blocking their negative projections before they can even reach your spirit. It is not just behind a screen where you feel these monitoring eyes. I have seen the way you walk through your neighborhood or your workplace, sensing the unspoken whispers that trail behind you. I see the curious neighbors who peek through their curtains as you pass by, and the colleagues who offer you a hollow smile while their hearts are filled with a strange, biting envy. I know the pain of walking into a room and feeling the atmosphere shift, knowing that moments before you entered, your name was on tongues that did not speak of you with kindness. They are waiting for you to trip. They are documenting your every move in their minds, hoping to find a flaw they can use to justify their own bitterness. My beloved, do not let their scrutiny make you shrink. They are obsessed with your journey because they are terrified of your destination. They sense the chosen one oil upon you, and it unsettles them. You are a living reminder of the heights they refuse to climb, and so they watch you from the lowlands of their own insecurity. I see the moments when you have wanted to delete everything, to disappear from the social grid, and to hide yourself away just to escape the feeling of being picked apart by the eyes of the world. You have learned to be cautious with your joy, sharing only fragments of your happiness because you know that some eyes carry a weight that feels like a curse. You have felt the evil eye of those who resent your peace, those who cannot understand how you still have a song in your heart after all you have been through. But hear me clearly, their observation is limited, but my protection is infinite. I have placed a digital and social hedge of protection around you that their malice cannot penetrate. Let them watch. Let them stare. For what I am about to do in your life will be so magnificent that their monitoring will turn into a testimony of my greatness. I am using their unwanted attention to prepare a public stage for your vindication. They think they are gathering evidence against you, but they are actually witnessing the preparation of a miracle. Do not be afraid of the shadows that dance on the edges of your social circles. I have already identified every Judas and every Pharisee who pretends to be for you while secretly hoping for your downfall. I am the one who reveals the hidden things, and I am the one who blinds the eyes of the enemy when you need to walk in secret. There are seasons when I will make you invisible to their prying eyes, hiding you in the secret place of my pavilion until the storm of their gossip passes. You are safe in my hands. Every screenshot they take, every whispered word they utter, and every jealous thought they send your way is being intercepted by my glory. I am your shield and the lifter of your head. You don't need to defend yourself or hide your light to appease their darkness. Stand tall, for the eyes that truly matter are the eyes of the one who calls you worthy, beloved, and mine. The digital shadows are fleeting, but my word over your life is eternal. My precious one, I have felt the profound loneliness that has settled over your life like a thick fog. I know the exact moment your heart decided that it was safer to be alone than to be misunderstood. I have watched as you slowly pulled back from the world, creating a sanctuary of silence around yourself. You have learned the hard way that not everyone who smiles at you is happy for you. I saw the pain in your eyes when you shared a victory, only to feel the coldness of envy radiating from those you thought were your friends. You have started to hide your blessings, whispering your gratitude to me in the dark, because you are afraid that if you speak your joy out loud, the monitoring eyes of the world will find a way to snatch it from you. This isolation you feel is not a mistake. It is a response to the spiritual warfare you have been enduring. You are not being antisocial. You are being protective of the sacred fire I have placed within your soul. I see your solitude, and I want you to know that in your loneliness you have never been more surrounded by my presence. Understand this. My chosen one, your isolation is a divine appointment. I have intentionally pulled you away from the crowds and the superficial noise because I am doing a deep work in your foundation. You are not falling apart. You are falling into purpose. You are in what I call the hidden season. Just as a seed must be buried in the dark away from the prying eyes of the world before it can break through the soil as a mighty oak, you are being nourished in the secret place. If I had left you in those toxic circles, their negative words would have been like weeds choking out the dreams I planted in you. I had to separate you to protect you. I had to let certain friendships fade so that you would stop looking for validation in people who were never meant to understand your calling. This season of being set apart is your training ground. I am building your character, strengthening your discernment, and teaching you to hear my voice above the roar of human opinion. When you emerge from this hidden season, you will not be the same person who entered it. I know it hurts when you see others gathered together, laughing and belonging, while you feel like an outsider looking in. But remember, I don't give big assignments to small people, and I don't call the comfortable to lead. Your otherness is your superpower. You don't fit in because you were designed to stand out. You cannot walk the broad path of the majority when I have called you to the narrow path of the extraordinary. The isolation you feel is the price of the anointing. It is the weight of the glory that I am preparing to reveal through you. Do not let the enemy tell you that you are lonely because you are unlovable or because you have failed. You are alone because you are being consecrated. I am emptying out the negative, the voices of doubt, the shadow of guilt, and the weight of people-pleasing to make room for the joy, peace, and creativity that only I can provide. You have a limited amount of room in your container, and I am ensuring that every inch of your soul is filled with my light, not the world's darkness. So breathe in my peace, my child. The walls you have built to protect yourself from those monitoring eyes are walls I am now turning into a fortress of favor. You no longer have to be afraid of being seen because I am your invisibility cloak when you need rest and your spotlight when it is time to shine. This solitude is where my greatest secrets are shared. I am whispering the blueprints of your future to you right now in the quiet. Trust my timing. If the doors have felt closed and the world has felt distant, it is because I was shielding you from a storm you weren't yet ready to face. You are safe with me. You are not behind. You are being perfectly aligned. Soon I will bring the right people into your life, divine connections who will celebrate your light instead of trying to dim it. But for now, cherish this intimacy with me. I am your father, your protector, and your best friend. In the silence of your isolation, I am doing my greatest work. Let us peel back the veil, my child, so that you may understand the true nature of the shadows that have been circling your life. You have often asked me in the quiet desperation of your heart, why me? What have I done to deserve this scrutiny? Why do people who do not even know me seem so intent on seeing me fail? Hear my voice clearly. These monitoring spirits are not attracted to your mistakes, nor are they fueled by your weaknesses. They are attracted to your light. In the spiritual realm, you glow with a frequency that is impossible to ignore. You carry a seed of greatness, a divine DNA that scares the kingdom of darkness. Those who watch you, whether they are driven by human envy or by spiritual assignment, are not looking at who you are today. They are looking at the giant I am calling you to become tomorrow. They sense the shift in the atmosphere when you enter a room, and they are trying to understand the source of your resilience. They are not obsessed with you because you are failing. They are obsessed with you because you are a threat to the status quo of their misery. You must understand that many of these watchers are like broken mirrors. When they look at you, they do not see you for who you truly are. They see a reflection of everything they have refused to become. They see your integrity, and it reminds them of their own compromises. They see your peace in the midst of the storm, and it exposes their internal chaos. They see the favor I have placed upon your life, and it highlights the void in theirs. Because they cannot obtain what you have through their own merit. They attempt to steal it through observation and manipulation. They believe that if they can find a flaw in you, they can diminish the light that makes them so uncomfortable. They are spiritual scavengers looking for any scrap of discouragement they can feed on to feel powerful. But they are operating from a place of profound lack while you are operating from my infinite abundance. You are a mirror reflecting my glory, and their eyes cannot handle the brilliance of what I am doing through you. These monitoring spirits often work through the familiar, through those who have access to your daily life, your social media, or your thoughts through the power of suggestion. They seek to gather intelligence on your habits, your vulnerabilities, and your dreams, so they can launch targeted attacks of doubt. But they are fundamentally limited. They can watch your actions, but they cannot know your destiny unless I reveal it. They can see your struggle, but they cannot see the victory I have already written into your future. They are like spectators at a play who have only seen the first act, while I am the author who has already finished the final scene of your triumph. Their nature is to be restless, constantly seeking whom they may devour with their words and their gaze. But your nature as my chosen one is to be a fortress. You do not need to fight these watchers on their level. You do not need to argue with shadows or explain yourself to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your only task is to keep your eyes on me, the one who holds the keys to every door they are trying to close. I want you to stop seeing yourself as a victim of this scrutiny and start seeing yourself as a sign and a wonder. If you were ordinary, if you were not a threat to the darkness, you would be ignored. The very fact that you feel this pressure is proof of your importance in my kingdom. I am using the presence of these watchers to sharpen your character and to make you fireproof. Just as a diamond is formed under immense pressure, your spiritual authority is being forged in the heat of this observation. I am teaching you how to walk with such confidence in my love that the opinions of men become like dust in the wind. These watchers are merely the discouragement test that you must pass before I release the next level of your blessing. They are not here to stop you. They are here to prove that you cannot be stopped. When you fully realize that their power is an illusion and my protection is a reality, their eyes will no longer have the power to make you shrink. They are watching you, but I am keeping you. You feel the weight of those human eyes, those digital spirits, and those shadows that follow you. But I want you to look higher. My eyes are the first and the last. Long before any person decided to target you, I was already there. I saw the plot before it was even a thought in their minds. I heard the whisper before it reached their tongue. I am the Great Watcher, and my surveillance covers the entire expanse of existence. While the enemy watches you to find a weakness, I am watching you to provide my strength. My gaze is not a burden. It is a canopy of grace. I see the invisible threads they try to pull, and I am already weaving a tapestry of protection that they can never unravel. You are never out of my sight, and because you are in my sight, you are out of the enemy's reach. My eyes range to and fro throughout the whole earth. I am not looking for someone to condemn. I am looking for a heart that is fully committed to me so that I may show myself strong on their behalf. I have seen your faithfulness in the dark. I have seen the way you've kept your integrity when it would have been easier to compromise. Because your heart is mine. My eyes have locked onto you with a divine purpose. I am scanning the horizon of your life, identifying every obstacle and every trap before you even arrive at them. My surveillance is for your empowerment. When you feel that sudden urge to turn left instead of right, or to stay silent when you wanted to speak, that is my eye guiding yours. I am the divine navigator, and my watching is the very thing that will lead you into your promised land. Consider the truth of my presence. I am the one who keeps you, and I never slumber nor sleep. My eyes are in every place, beholding the evil and the good simultaneously. This means I am watching the person who is plotting against you at the very same time I am watching over you. I see their secret meetings. I see the jealousy that rots their bones. I see the traps they set in the dark. And I laugh because I have already planned your escape. They think they are the ones doing the monitoring, but they are being monitored by the judge of the universe. I am not a passive observer. I am an active protector. Every time they look at you with ill intent, they are actually staring into the fire of my glory, whether they realize it or not. You are shielded by my constant, unwavering attention. My child, let this truth sink into your bones. If I am for you, who can be against you? Their eyes are small, limited, and clouded by sin. My eyes are infinite, holy, and filled with the fire of love. You don't need to look over your shoulder to see who is following you. You only need to look up to see who is leading you. My presence is a wall of fire around you and the glory in your midst. I have already seen the end of this struggle, and I can tell you now you win. I have seen the moment your enemies will stumble over the very traps they set for you. I have seen the day your finances will overflow and your health will be restored. My gaze is a promise of completion. What I have started in you I will finish, for my eyes are always on the prize, and that prize is you. My beloved, there are moments in your life when you feel like you have been forgotten, like the doors are staying shut, and the world has moved on without you. You see others moving ahead while you remain in the shadows, and you wonder if you have been left behind. I want you to understand that this is not rejection. It is my shield of invisibility. There are seasons when I must hide you from the radar of those who seek your destruction. If I had let you enter that room or take that opportunity when you wanted to, you would have walked straight into an ambush. I have made you invisible to certain people and certain systems because they are not ready for your light, and you are not yet protected against their darkness. Think of it as my divine camouflage. I am covering you with my feathers, and under my wings you find refuge. The silence you hear is not my absence. It is the sound of my wings wrapping around you, keeping you hidden until the danger has passed. This shield of invisibility is a spiritual reality that the enemy cannot bypass. When the monitoring spirits look for you, they see only a blur of void that they cannot define or understand. I am masking your presence and scrambling their signals so that their plans against you fall into confusion. You have wondered why certain friends stopped calling or why you were suddenly excluded from groups you once belonged to. It was me. I caused them to lose sight of you because their gaze was becoming toxic to your growth. I am shifting you into a frequency where the evil eye cannot track you. You are being moved into my secret pavilion, a place where the noise of gossip cannot reach, and where the arrows of jealousy fall short. This is not isolation, it is preservation. I am keeping your plans secret between us, for if the enemy knew the magnitude of what I am preparing for you, they would double their efforts to stop it. By keeping you hidden, I am ensuring your success is a total surprise to the kingdom of darkness. This truth I am sharing with you is the key to your freedom from fear. It is a revelation that is currently dismantling every chain of anxiety that has bound your mind for far too long. If you can feel the weight lifting off your shoulders as you realize you are being shielded by the Creator of the universe, let this be a moment of divine confirmation. If you believe my word is your fortress and my hand is your guide, do not keep this peace to yourself. Press the like button on this video right now to reinforce your spiritual shield and subscribe to this family of believers so you never lose this connection to my guidance. This is not just a digital action, it is an act of spiritual agreement. By joining this circle of protection, you are signaling to the heavens that you trust my timing and my ways above all else. Do it now and feel the power of my presence surrounding you even more closely as we move forward. Remember, my child, that delay is often my greatest form of protection. When you feel blocked, when you feel like you are in a waiting room that has no exit, know that I am acting as your divine shield. I am shielding you from the internal pride that comes with premature success and from the external malice that comes with being seen too soon. You are a heavy blessing, and real blessings require strong shoulders to carry them. I am using this time of invisibility to build the character and the maturity within you that will allow you to handle the weight of the crown I am about to place on your head. Yield to this season. Do not try to force open doors that I have closed for your safety. When you yield, you are not showing weakness. You are showing the highest form of strength, trust. I am in control of the spotlight, and when I finally turn it on you, no one will be able to look away and no one will be able to touch you. Your house is built on the rock, and though the storms of scrutiny may howl, they cannot penetrate the walls of my grace. I am making you fireproof in the secret place so that when you eventually walk through the flames of public life, you will not even smell like smoke. This season of being hidden is your construction site, not your prison. I am working behind the scenes, setting the table and preparing the feast that will sustain you for years to come. The very people who cannot see you now will be the same ones who will be forced to witness your elevation later. For now, rest in the shadow of the Almighty. You do not need to be seen by men when you are so clearly seen by me. You are safe. You are covered. You are invisible to the enemy and perfectly visible to me. My precious child, do not confuse their observation with their power. Just because they can see you does not mean they can reach you. Think of a lion behind a reinforced glass. It may roar, it may show its teeth, and it may pace back and forth with a hungry gaze, but it remains a mere spectator to your life. I have placed a hedge of fire around you that is invisible to the natural eye, but terrifying to the spiritual one. This is why you have felt the heat of their envy, but never the burn of their touch. They are permitted to watch the miracle I am performing in you, but they are strictly forbidden from interfering with it. I have set a boundary in the spirit that says, "Touch not my anointed." Every time they attempt to cross that line, they encounter a resistance they cannot explain. They are frustrated because their weapons keep misfiring, their words keep falling to the ground, and their traps remain empty. You are standing in the center of my grace, a place of total immunity. I want you to understand the frustration of the watchers. They see the blessing I am pouring out. They see the peace in your eyes, and they see the doors opening for you. Yet they are paralyzed on the other side of the fence. They can look, but they cannot eat. They can covet, but they cannot take. This is the divine irony of my protection. I allow them to see your elevation so that they might witness my glory, but I deprive them of any power to hinder your progress. You are like a city set on a hill, visible to all but fortified by the host of heaven. When you walk through the fire of their criticism or the waters of their betrayal, you will not be burned and you will not be drowned. Why? Because I am with you. My presence is a tangible shield that absorbs every arrow and every curse before it can even brush against your skin. You are not just surviving their gaze, you are flourishing under it. The reason they cannot touch you is that you do not belong to this world system anymore. You have been bought with a price, and you carry the seal of the living God upon your soul. The enemy recognizes the mark. When those monitoring spirits look at you, they don't just see a person. They see a representative of my kingdom. They see the blood that covers you, and they know that to touch you is to provoke the wrath of the Creator. This is why you can sleep in the middle of the storm. This is why you can smile when the world says you should be crying. Your security is not based on your circumstances, but on your identity. You are a citizen of heaven, and all the resources of my throne are dedicated to your safety. Let the watchers keep their vigil. Their eyes will grow tired long before my hand grows short. You are untouched, unmovable, and under my perpetual guard. Prepare yourself. My child, for the veil of deception is being torn away. I am entering a season of divine exposure, and I tell you today that within the next 7 days, the masks that have been worn by those around you will begin to crumble. You have sensed the insincerity, you have felt the hollow ring in their laughter, and you have wondered if you were merely being paranoid. I am here to tell you that your discernment was not wrong. It was my spirit whispering a warning to your soul. I am now moving to bring every hidden thing into the light. Those who have spoken against you in secret will find their words echoing back to them in the most unexpected ways. Those who have plotted to trip you up will find themselves entangled in their own nets. I am the God of truth, and I will no longer allow the shadows to masquerade as light in your inner circle. Watch closely for the signs I am about to send. You will receive a message meant for someone else, or you will overhear a conversation that was supposed to stay behind closed doors. You will notice a slip of the tongue from someone you trusted, a momentary lapse in their performance that reveals the envy they have been hiding. Do not be grieved when this happens, and do not let bitterness take root. Instead, see it as a gift of my protection. I am showing you who is for you and who is merely with you. I am performing a spiritual surgery on your social circle, removing the cancerous elements that have been draining your energy and blocking your flow. This exposure is not meant to break your heart, but to heal your path. I am clearing the deck so that when the great wind of my favor blows, there is nothing left to weigh you down or hold you back. For too long you have been surrounded by smiling assassins who eat at your table while wishing for your hunger. But the season of their influence is over. I am blinding the eyes of the monitoring spirits and confusing the tongues of the gossips. As these people reveal their true colors, do not try to fix them or win them back. Their departure is my answer to your prayers for protection. When I remove someone from your life, it is because I heard conversations you didn't hear and saw moves they made when you weren't looking. Be still and watch how I fight for you. This exposure event is the prerequisite for your promotion. You cannot walk into your new territory with old enemies disguised as friends. I am making your circle smaller so that I can make your future bigger. Trust the process, for I am vindicating you before the sun sets on this week. My child, you have often asked me for justice. You have cried out for me to remove those who hinder you and to silence the voices that seek to tear you down. But my ways are higher than your ways. I am not going to hide you away from your enemies, and I am not going to remove them from the room just yet. Instead, I am doing something far more powerful. I am preparing a table for you right in the middle of their presence. I am going to bless you, nourish you, and honor you, while those who whispered against you are forced to sit and watch. I am setting a banquet of favor, health, and joy before you, and your enemies will have a front row seat to the miracle. They expected to see you in the dust, but they will see you at the head of the table. They expected to hear your lament, but they will hear the sound of your laughter. Your success will be the most undeniable testimony of my hand upon your life. This is the divine reversal. For every time they looked at you with pity, they will now look at you with awe. For every time they tried to exclude you from their circles, they will now find themselves excluded from the glory I am manifesting through you. I am anointing your head with oil until your cup runs over, and the fragrance of my favor will fill the air, making it impossible for them to ignore the truth. They thought their monitoring would lead to your downfall, but it has only led them to witness your coronation. You do not need to say a word to them. You do not need to defend your character or prove your worth. The table I am building for you speaks for itself. Your peace as you eat in the presence of those who hate you will be a sign that you are not sustained by human approval but by the bread of life. I want you to understand the power of this moment. When you sit at this divine table, I am teaching you the ultimate form of spiritual authority to be undisturbed by the shadows. The monitoring spirits will watch you eat, but they cannot taste your food. They will watch you drink from the cup of my blessing, but they will remain thirsty in their bitterness. Your prosperity, spiritual, emotional, and physical, will be the coals of fire that lead to their own realization of my power. Do not look at them with hatred. Look at the table I have set for you. Focus on the abundance I am providing. This is your season of public vindication. You have served me in the secret places, and now I am rewarding you openly. The very eyes that watched for your failure are now being drafted as witnesses to your breakthrough. If you believe that I am setting this table for you right now, do not stay silent. Let your faith be your voice. Type "I believe" in the comments to claim your seat at this banquet of favor. And as you feel the shift in the atmosphere, remember that this family of believers is here to stand with you. If you haven't yet joined us, press the like button and subscribe to this channel now. This is more than a subscription. It is a declaration that you belong at the table of the King and that you refuse to be intimidated by the watchers. By doing this, you are anchoring your soul in the truth that my protection is absolute and my provision is overflowing. The table is ready, my child. Come and eat, for the battle is already won. My child, I have heard the whispers of those who watched your bank account dwindle and concluded that I had abandoned you. I have seen the smug smiles of those who compared their worldly success to your spiritual struggle, mocking your faith as if it were a weakness. They monitored your lack, they tracked your debts, and they used your financial desert as evidence that you were not truly chosen. But I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I am the one who can turn a wilderness into a garden in the blink of an eye. I have allowed this season of thinning out to happen so that you would learn that I am your source, not your job, not your bank, and certainly not the opinions of men. Now the season of testing is coming to a close, and the season of divine compensation is beginning. I am about to vindicate you financially in a way that will leave the watchers speechless and your enemies in awe of my provision. I am opening the floodgates of heaven over your life, not because of your perfection, but because of my promise. I have seen every sacrifice you made, every seed you sowed in tears, and every time you chose integrity over a quick, dishonest gain. You have passed the test of lack, and now you are being prepared for the weight of abundance. The monitoring spirits that hope to see you beg for bread will instead see you become a lender to many. I am bringing back everything the locusts have eaten, every year of struggle, every stolen opportunity, and every penny lost through the deceit of others is being returned to you with interest. This is not just money. This is the restoration of your dignity and the physical manifestation of my favor. I am giving you the wealth of the hidden places because I know I can trust you to be a conduit of my grace to the world. Do not agree with the spirit of lack any longer. When the enemy whispers that you will never have enough or that your debt is too high to overcome, rebuke that lie with my truth. I say you are well supplied. I say you are the head and not the tail. I am aligning you with new streams of income, unexpected breakthroughs, and divine ideas that will create generational wealth. The very people who look down on you during your winter will be the ones seeking your help in their summer. I am making you a reservoir of my blessings so that you can fulfill the dreams I have placed in your heart. Your financial vindication is not for your pride, but for my glory. It is the final proof to the watchers that the one who watches over you is the sovereign Lord of all. Breathe in this promise of prosperity. The heaviness of not enough is being lifted off your shoulders right now. I am clearing the path for a sudden provision that defies logic and escapes the radar of your critics. They will see you rise, they will see you thrive, and they will be forced to acknowledge that it was my hand and my hand alone that raised you up. You are moving from the back of the line to the front, and your storehouses will soon overflow. Trust me in this transition, for I have already gone ahead of you to prepare the way. Your days of struggling in the dark are over. Your days of shining in my abundance have arrived. My child, there is a spiritual law that the watchers have forgotten, the law of the harvest. For every seed of malice they have sown in their hearts toward you, they are about to reap a whirlwind. You have felt the sting of the evil eye, that piercing gaze of jealousy that seeks to wither your joy and dry up your favor. You have felt the heavy atmosphere created by their silent curses and their whispered prayers for your downfall. But hear me now. I am the great mirror. I have placed a divine reflection around your life that is turning every negative frequency, every jealous thought, and every spoken curse back toward its source. What they intended for your harm is being redirected for their correction. I am not a God of vengeance in the way humans understand it, but I am a God of justice. I will not allow the wicked to prosper by feeding on the light of my chosen ones. As they look at you with envy, they are unknowingly inviting that same lack into their own lives. Because they have focused so much on what I am doing for you, they have neglected the gardens I gave to them, and now their own land is becoming desolate. Every word they spoke to discredit you is now becoming a wall in their own path. Every trap they set for your feet is now the very pit they are falling into. This is the divine reversal of the evil eye. I am making you bulletproof to their energy. Their arrows of bitterness are striking the shield of my glory and ricocheting back to them multiplied 7 times. Not because I desire their suffering, but because I am protecting the sanctity of your calling. You are holy ground, and those who try to trample upon you will find that the ground itself fights back on your behalf. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is your heritage as a servant of the Most High. I am the one who cancels the assignments of the monitoring spirits. I am the one who silences the psychic noise of their jealousy. When they project failure onto you, I project success. When they project sickness, I project health. Their evil eye has no authority over the eye of the Lord that watches over you. You can walk through the valley of the shadow of their hatred and fear no evil, for my rod and my staff are your comfort. The very energy they spent trying to tear you down is being converted by my power into the fuel that will propel you to your next level. I am closing the door on the season where you were a victim of their spiritual attacks. From this moment on, you are the victor. You no longer need to pray for protection as if you are defenseless. You pray from a position of total victory. Their time of monitoring you is coming to a bitter end for them, as they will soon be too preoccupied with their own collapses to notice your rise. I am shifting the atmosphere. The weight is leaving you and returning to those who generated it. Breathe in the air of freedom, my child. The gaze that once made you shrink is now being blinded by the brilliance of the blessing I am releasing upon you. You are safe, you are vindicated, and you are untouchable. My child, the landscape of your life is shifting beneath your feet, and I am leading you toward a horizon that the watchers cannot see. You are entering a new territory, a spiritual and physical dimension where the old eyes that have tracked you for so long will finally lose your trail. I am elevating your frequency, pulling you up to a higher altitude where the atmosphere is too pure for the monitoring spirits to survive. They are looking for the version of you that was easily intimidated, the version that was wounded by their words and limited by their expectations. But that person no longer exists. I have buried the victim and resurrected the victor. As you step into this new season, you will notice that the noise of your critics begins to fade into a distant hum, until finally there is only the sound of my voice and the beat of your own courageous heart. You are moving beyond their radar, ascending to a level of authority where their permissions are not required and their opinions are irrelevant. This new territory is a land of divine immunity. I am placing you in a position where you are so occupied with the expansion of your purpose that you no longer have the time or the inclination to look back at the shadows. The gates I am opening for you in this season are equipped with a spiritual filter. Only those who carry my light and my peace will be able to follow you through. The Judases and the Watchers are being left at the border of your past. They will stand at the edge of the old land, looking toward your future, but their vision will be clouded by the glory I am manifesting around you. They will try to reach out to pull you back into the old arguments and the old dramas, but their hands will find nothing but air. You are out of their reach now. You have been upgraded, relocated, and repositioned in the secret place of the Most High, where the rules of the valley no longer apply to the inhabitant of the mountain. I am giving you new eyes to match your new territory. You will no longer see through the lens of survival, but through the lens of dominion. You will no longer ask, who is watching me, but who am I called to lead? The territory I am giving you is vast. It includes peace that surpasses understanding, joy that is unspeakable, and a level of influence that you never dared to dream of. I am expanding your borders, and with that expansion comes a divine invisibility to the small-minded. You are becoming a mystery to those who once thought they had you figured out. They will wonder how you got there, how you survived the fire, and why you are no longer bothered by their presence. Let them wonder. Your silence is your strength, and your success is your defense. You are walking on holy ground now, and the shoes of your past do not fit the feet of your future. Breathe in the fresh air of this new beginning. Every step you take today is a step further away from the eyes that tried to hold you back, and a step closer to the heart of my will. You have passed the entrance exam of the wilderness, and you have shown me your faithfulness in the midst of the scrutiny. Now I am handing you the keys to the kingdom I have prepared for you. Do not look back at the burning bridges of your old associations. They had to burn so that the enemy could not use them to follow you. You are safe in the new land. You are home in my presence. The Watchers are gone, and the wonders have begun. My chosen one, I am now issuing a divine decree over your life that cannot be overturned by any court on earth or any council in the spiritual realm. I am standing as the supreme judge of all the earth, and I am declaring that the case against you is closed. The evidence of your enemies has been burned in the fire of my holiness, and the mouths of your accusers have been permanently sealed. Hear me clearly, the time of you being a target is over. I am speaking a word of finality into your atmosphere. From this moment forward, I decree that your peace is non-negotiable, your joy is untouchable, and your path is clear. The Watchers are hereby dismissed. Their assignment to monitor your life has been revoked by the highest authority in existence. You are no longer under their jurisdiction. You are under my grace. Every contract the enemy had against your destiny is torn to pieces today. I am now placing my hand upon your forehead, sealing you with the mark of my ownership. This is a spiritual sign that every monitoring spirit recognizes and fears. It is the seal of the living God. I declare over you the ancient truth from now on. Let no one cause you trouble, for you bear in your soul the signature of the Creator. This mark says property of the King. It says protected by the host of heaven. It says do not touch. Every time the darkness looks at you, it will see this seal and be forced to retreat. You are being wrapped in a garment of light that acts as a perpetual shield. No shadow can cling to this radiance. You are being anointed with the oil of divine immunity, and anything that is not of me, every curse, every jealous thought, every malicious projection will simply slide off you without leaving a trace. You are marked for favor, and that mark is indelible. I want you to pause and take a deep, intentional breath right now. Inhale my presence, and exhale every lingering fear. Inhale my power, and exhale the anxiety of being watched. Feel the weight of this divine decree settling into your soul. You are safe, you are free, you are whole. I am closing the chapter on your past and locking the door behind you. The monitoring spirits are trapped in the yesterday you have left behind while you are standing on the threshold of a glorious tomorrow. I have spoken it, and it shall be so. My decree is your reality. My word is your fortress. You are now entering a season where you will walk in such profound peace that people will wonder if you have forgotten how to worry. Tell them, no, you haven't forgotten. You have just been rescued by the one who watches over the watchers. My beloved child, as we reach the conclusion of this sacred encounter, I want you to feel the stillness that has replaced your anxiety. The air around you is no longer heavy with the gaze of the watchers. It is light with the fragrance of my grace. You have walked through the valley of scrutiny and emerged into the sunlight of my sovereignty. The doors that were slammed shut by those who envied you are being replaced by gates that no man can close. You are now standing in a fortress of peace that the world did not give you and the world cannot take away. Look at your hands, they are the hands of a conqueror. Look at your feet, they are the feet of a pioneer. You are safe not because the storm has stopped, but because I am the master of the storm and I have chosen you as my own. The eyes that once made you shrink are now blinded by the reflection of my glory in your life. Before you go back into the world, you must lock this blessing into your reality. Do not let the enemy steal the seed I have planted in your heart today. Seal this prophecy now and forever so that it takes root in your physical life. I want you to type, "My God watches over me," in the comments right now. By writing these words, you are activating your eternal shield and declaring to the spiritual realm that you are under my exclusive protection. This is your act of faith, your divine signature on the decree I have issued today. Do not stay silent. Let your affirmation be the final nail in the coffin of your fears. Your words are seeds, and today you are planting a harvest of total security. If you have felt my peace washing over you during this message, do not let this be your last visit to my sanctuary. I invite you to join this growing family of believers who walk in the light. Press the like button right now to spread this shield of protection to others who are still suffering in the shadows, and subscribe to this channel with the notification bell turned on. I have many more secrets to reveal to you, and I do not want you to miss the critical instructions I am preparing for your journey tomorrow. You are a vessel of my light, and by staying connected to this word, you are ensuring that your lamp never runs dry. Your support is not just a digital click. It is a signal to heaven that you are ready to walk the path of the chosen. But listen closely. My child, for while you are safe today, the journey of the chosen never truly stands still. As you rise higher and step into your new territory, you must be prepared for the subtleties of the Spirit. There is a mystery I have yet to reveal to you, a secret about the hidden messenger who comes not in shadows but in the guise of a blessing. I will pull back the veil on this mystery in our next conversation, for there are things you must know to navigate the heights you are about to reach. For now, rest deeply, sleep without fear, wake up with a song of victory. You are guarded by the host of heaven. You are seen by the creator of stars. You are safe. I love you.